So there are many videos on the internet of people bumping into each other while driving, and very often it usually gets heated and people often get angry. Um, However, the situation could have been resolved a lot quicker and easier if people were dealt with it more sensibly, and sometimes even if they stay quiet. And so today I'm going to be talking about how to focus on yourself and stay silent. And so firstly, why is silence powerful? Well, when you stay silent, you don't waste energy explaining to people who don't care. And so, a lot of people just try to justify their dreams, and they wait for the judgment of other people, and they rely too much on other people's opinions. So, say for example, if you're starting a business and maybe it's a restaurant, and you open it with some friends, and maybe they don't really hold the same opinions as you, then you could consider just leaving, since it's like better to just focus on your own goals instead of just conflicting with what other people want to do. And yeah, every second that you spend seeking approval and arguing with others, it's just a second stolen from your own progress and contributing to your own goals. And so what you should do is you should shift your focus inwards, and since success comes from you personally taking action and disciplining yourself, and so you shouldn't be distracted and let just external forces just get in the way. And I remember my uncle, he wanted to start a YouTube channel about cooking, and before he even got to making the channel, he spent 5 months just trying to find out the name and trying to ask everybody else. And so instead of doing that, you should just like get into it immediately, since being confident isn't just about taking action when you're 100% ready, because that's never possible. It's about taking action when you don't feel ready. And and you shouldn't worry about that either, since even if you're not that good at the start, you can eventually improve, and you should figure out how to do things along the way. And furthermore, you should just like stop explaining your goals to other people, and just focus on what you truly want to do, and eventually you can prove it to them through your actions, not just by explaining. And once you reach your success, then that will just prove to them like that you could really do it all along. And so you should select where you're willing to invest your time, since you shouldn't waste it on like small things like like my uncle just trying to find a name for his YouTube channel. You should just go ahead and you should put most of your time into creating videos instead of just thinking of a name, which isn't even that important. Secondly, it also improves your self-focus, and it grants you more control over your life, since a lot of people just live as puppets based on trying to seek approval from others, and based on things outside of their control. However, once you are able to focus on yourself and like stay silent when you need to, then you're able to control yourself more, and put the time spent with just needless things towards your goals. And and you should also just if you do the work, then it will make it like if you do the work, it will make it a lot easier in the eventually, since once you start something, it will be a lot easier to complete. And what you shouldn't do is just train to focus on obstacles in your path. You should train to focus on the opportunities that are provided to you. So for example, when I started my YouTube channel, I remember thinking that I remembered thinking that I'm not going to do well since there are already so many people who have already um, done YouTube on the same topics as me, who have so many more subscribers. However, that's not like the correct mindset to think about it. You should think about the opportunities that YouTube will provide to you, like in a way that it can provide new skills to you, as well as make you feel good about creating something, providing value for others. Thirdly is about how you should ignore negativity. And so you should set boundaries for yourself and say no and when you really need to and when you don't have time, and prioritize your goals over small things. And you should also remove things that slow you down. So for example, I really enjoy playing the oboe, and sometimes if I ever get a hateful comment or a comment saying that I don't really play that well, then just remove it from your mind and just focus more on what really matters. And you should. It doesn't like appear immediately. You should do something small every single day. So maybe like saying one no to something if you don't have the time for it, or declining something when you don't want it, and eventually you'll be able to ignore negativity even when you don't even know it, and it will eventually become a habit. And another way you can do it is if you picture yourself in your mind as someone who is able to ignore negativity, and eventually, since the mind is powerful, you'll eventually become the person that you think about. And finally, just don't take action when you feel ready. You should take it before, since like I said, confidence isn't about acting when you feel ready. It's about taking action before. And it's impossible to be 100% ready. So if you want to do something, just do it now. Like my uncle who spent 5 months trying to figure out his YouTube channel name. He just spent so much time wasted on something that doesn't really matter, and trying to prepare 100% for his YouTube channel when he didn't even make a single video yet. So just jump straight into it and don't think too much about things that don't really matter. And if you hold back, then you'll never be able to start. And so you'll eventually figure it out along the way. And some people would think that it might be just like being a risk taker. However, it's actually just stepping out of your comfort zone, and it's not because you don't have like any doubt in your abilities. It's because you already have evidence in your own abilities, and you should trust and believe in them. So thank you for listening. I think the main points to take away are that silence can be powerful sometimes, since you'll be able to ignore hateful comments by others and you'll be able to focus more on your goals. And also, the key things to ignore negativity is that you should set boundaries and do little until it becomes a habit, and then take action before you feel ready, since you can never be 100% prepared. So just when you can, just do it now. Like if you want to try to aim for something, just do it now. And thank you. Hopefully this inspired you maybe in the future, if you ever get hateful comments or you're afraid of what to do before starting something. Just keep these points in mind, and eventually you'll be able to do it. Thank you.